Hey everyone, I'm here with Churie Miller. Hi Churie.
Hi Nathan. This last year has changed a lot in the kids department. We have grown crazy on Wednesday nights. Often there's not enough seats, and sometimes we're almost out of Bibles, and it's exciting and exhausting and everything that comes with that, but kids are just coming, and we're not sure why they just keep coming, but they keep coming.
So what are some events that you've been doing, and what's caused some of this growth?
We've changed some things, and all classes are doing the same curriculum, just geared toward different ages, so the activities would be different, but across the board everybody's learning the same story, which I think helps to be able to take that story home, and if you have a question you can ask big brother or big sister, and mom and dad are also hearing what the kids are learning from every kid, the same story. Then I break up with a closing that also reinforces that story again, and I'm not exactly sure why they keep coming. I don't think it's anything I'm doing. I don't think it's anything any specific teacher is doing, other than we just keep loving the kids and we're feeding them, and I think some probably need that food, and we're feeding them real food and spiritual food, and so to get to see that growth and that change and the excitement is really neat on Wednesday nights.
Stories. What are some stories from this last year that you've really appreciated?
So when we first started this thought of everybody being on the same page, and I'm doing basic sermon series with the kids, and we started with the life of David, and it was a 12 weeks curriculum that we did, and my kids didn't know really anything about David, not even the story of David and Goliath. And by the time you spend 12 weeks on one particular person, I could ask a question and all of my kids in my class would be raising their hands saying, I know, oh, that was King Saul who did that, or that was, and so it was really neat to see the learning process of just, we didn't learn just David and Goliath, we learned the whole story, and we went on to Solomon, and we went on a little bit, and so it was really neat to see the impact that he made on their life. Because we did it for so long. Another story was, I had one girl who came up to me, and she said, I have a question for you, and I thought, oh no, here we go. I hope I have an answer. And she said, somebody at school told me that God destroyed all the people with water. I said, well, you're talking about the story of Noah. Have you heard of Noah? And she said, no. And I said, okay, well, they're kind of right. God did destroy the people because they were wicked with water, but Noah was righteous and his family was good, and so God saved their family, and they are the ones who refilled the earth. And she said, when are you doing that story? I thought, oh, I don't have that in my planning for a little while. Well, I want to know when you do that because I don't want to miss it. And I told her, I said, you can read it in your Bible. She said, well, I don't have one of those. So that week I went and bought her a Bible, and I couldn't wait to give it to her. And I was able that week to take a few minutes beforehand on that Wednesday night to pull her aside and show her actually how to use the Bible. And that's been another exciting thing, is the church purchased new Bibles for the children's area at the beginning of the year. And, well, we are going to need more before too long probably, but we've been able to teach the kids what verse and chapter and where things are at in the Bible and how to look them up. And because I think so much of our society is going towards cell phones that if we don't give the kids the Bible, they're not going to know how to look it up. This year I would like to see us reach deeper into the kids. It's a great thing to minister to the kids and tell the kids these stories, but ultimately when they leave our building, they still go home. And I feel like the biggest impact we could make on their lives is to reach their families, to reach their parents, to reach their siblings. And I'm not quite sure how to do that, but that is my goal, is to be able to reach the parents and the families as well as just the kids, instead of just the kids. I'd like to take that deeper.
It's a great goal.
Currently, we have a secret agents theme going. We've started that series, and it's exciting to see the kids come in and say, "Oh, what's the secret message for today?" And just the excitement of what's going on. I think the one thing that I have really learned this year, and I don't know, I mean, I should have known this. I don't know why it just hit this year, but with bringing in all the kids and seeing their faces and knowing that they've never heard these stories before, I think we often get wrapped up in, well, you know the story of Mary and Joseph, or you know the story of David and Goliath, or you know, you've heard. And I even did Jonah and the whale, and I had the whole room decorated and thought the kids would for sure get it when they walked in the room, and they didn't. And I think that we need to realize there's a whole world out there that has not heard these stories, and we need to reach them.
That's right.